Let's have a look at the dirty world of Ashworth. World in Ashworth. Behind the big wall. Full of nutters. This is where nutters live. And it's still about today, I think. Let's have a look. I think it's still about today. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, fuck. Whoa. Wait. Wait. High security hospital. It's still active. It's got Google reviews and stuff. Look, apparently it's like 3.9 stars and all that. Look, open 24 hours. Yeah. Fucking, yeah, there's nutters there. Trust me, bro. Trust me, daddy. Bro, go check that channel out. And also on YouTube, it'll be on the description. But go to Drumeo, it will be there. Check it out. They got so many drummers, bro. All different drummers of all different bands. They got a Megadeth. The Megadeth drummer one is one of my favorite ones. When he turns up, fucking Giz is a machine. There's loads of good ones. Let's go, bro. Deadly world of Ashworth. Imagine being caught up in a place like this. It'd be each dead, basically. Look.
The alarm sounds in a ward in Ashworth Special Hospital. There's been a disturbance on a neighbouring ward and a dangerous patient is rushed back to his room.
This is like in 1979 or something, 1991.
It's all part of the pattern of life in Ashworth, one of England's 3 top security special hospitals.
Look at him faffing about. I've left me crumpet behind.
Home to the Moors murderer Ian Brady, like Broadmoor
and all that.
And Rampton, it treats mentally ill and disordered patients, many of them rapists or murderers.
Oh.
Following serious allegations of staff brutality, Ashworth is now the subject of a major inquiry.
What?
The allegations concern events...
But it's still open, so they're doing it undercover still.
...in the 70-year-old Moss side, which forms one half of the newly established hospital. In 1980, a second wing, Ashworth North, was opened. We spent 2 weeks there, virtually without restriction, filming the reality of life behind the big wall. Ashworth North, 10 miles outside Liverpool, is the most modern special hospital in England. This film looks at life inside 2 of its 16 wards. First, Arnold, for severely mentally disturbed patients.
Arnold. The Arnold ward.
7 o'clock in the morning,
Look, the Arnold ward. That's hard to say.
Nurse Paul Weir opens up the rooms.
It's an evil place.
Arnold ward is...
It'll be one of them, you know, when it finally, you know, where if they decide to close it or relocate it, you know, and it becomes like an abandoned building and that. It's one of them places where people will go missing there, ghosts will be seen there, murderers, apparitions will be, poltergeists will be seen, jinns will be seen there. It's one of them places.
That's a high dependency ward within the hospital.
Remember St. Clement's? It's like a little it's a tiny baby version of. This is the daddy of St. Clement's.
Grossly.
It's granddaddy, sorry.
Grossly.
I mean, sorry. This is St. Clement's is God. This is who St. Clement's used to pray to. This is the real one. Ashworth.
They hear voices that aren't there.
Jinns and poltergeists. Fuck.
They hallucinate.
Efrit and all of that. They're all turning up. I saw a killer. No, you saw a ghost. Oh, where was you? In Ashworth prison. Makes sense, geez. I don't know how you survived.
They have belief and thoughts.
Look at them, they're queuing up. They're queuing up to take their pill. With the real Slim Shady?
And the analogy is...
Look at them. Look at them. These are all deadly people. Every single one of them deadly people. That one there with the moustache, who particularly said to the fucking producer, "You put my face in there, dead." The producer said. He didn't say nothing.
An intensive care unit. The level of disorders is that profound.
Grey, dark, evil. No, not evil. Lost, fearful. Sipping
Some
his
of the
cup of tea. Look at that fucking screw. He ain't a screw. Fuck.
patients in Arnold are potentially violent and need constant supervision.
Geezer's a pie. Okay now, man. It's huge. You alright, big boy?
Up yesterday anyway, how are you feeling?
Okay.
No problems?
No.
No further problems yesterday afternoon or out like that?
No problem.
Vince has
Poor
been here
buggers.
since 1982. He's
See, I've been here since 1982, boys. You know, no problems.
potentially one of the most dangerous patients in the hospital. In the past, his persistent sexual urges have led him to make violent attacks
He's one of them. Huh? And he has sexual urges. What?
on other patients.
Oh,
He
fuck.
spent the last 5 years in seclusion, and although he's allowed occasional contact with the other patients, he's accompanied everywhere by a minimum of 2 nurses.
Oh, fatty over there is a nurse. That's crazy, bro. See, they had diversity. See, they had diversity back in 1991. Stupid cunts. DEI is not the way. We've seen it, look. This guy's called Susan. It's not a guy, it's a woman. A nurse, look. 2 nurses. They identify as women.
I can't do anything.
I know.
And that's why this guy gets sexually aroused. He sees them as women.
I know how you feel.
Fucking hell, making up the law now. Yeah, yeah. What did they say?
I understand you have to have 2 people with you all the time, 2 nurses.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah. Do you understand why?
Yeah.
He does. He does understand why.
Because I'm considered that I'm considered to be dangerous.
Can you explain that to me? How or why you might...
Yeah. What Joe said there. Geezer looks like a fucking psychopath. Best mate until you until you take his fucking jello. Oh yeah. No, best mate until you look at him. He's one of them. Look at him. You're dead. Unfortunately.
What would be considered dangerously?
In case
Who keeps doing that? In case I it's like there's a demon in him trying to come out. It's like I dangerous. Fuck.
in case I assault anybody.
And then it's deadly.
Although by no means all the
It probably is. He has everything. Sounds like a fruitcake. Yeah, he probably has a bit of everything. Give me anything that's available.
patients are as potentially violent as Vince, the
Whatever's
nurses
on the
must
menu.
be prepared for sudden outbursts.
And you know, in prisons, it's like fellas and that. So he's like, fuck it. Sausage again.
Arthur
Toad in the hole. Ah.
used to be a street
Like
fighter
that.
and still retains some of his aggressive ways.
Fuck, another nutter's just come out. What the fuck? This nutter creeped out of nowhere. I thought we was in a newsagents or something. What's going on?
Arthur used to be a street fighter and still retains some of his aggressive ways.
Oh, that is a shop in the
His
prison.
voice has been damaged by his repeated attempts to strangle himself with his blankets.
They just buy tobacco, didn't they? What?
His voice has
You
been
say Popeye?
damaged by his repeated attempts to strangle himself with his blankets.
They know what he's saying. They know because otherwise you die. So it's that sort of situation. You're either gonna know or you're dead the next day. You just hear that would be the last thing you hear. Dead. They found him with blood. He drowned in his own blood, guys. Should have gave him his sausages. Dude, they got bowled in there. They got everything.
Specifically what goes through the patient's mind.
They got stuff in there.
It's
So
very-
did he know?
As I said, it's very difficult to kind of grab hold of. There are those that will know where they are, date, time.
Yeah, Geezer's not injured. As Joe says, he's just pissed and can't find the ram. That's it. That's what he said. He said, I'm going to pass me the ram. And Geezer gave him a sausage. Sadly, the Geezer's dead.
Played, who's the Prime Minister.
Next
There
day,
are
Geezer
those
dead.
that may be attempting to deal with.
Look, see, they were
thoughts
so ahead of their time in 1991. See that? They had men identifying as women working as nurses, massive whales and stuff. And they're smoking indoors as well. Ahead of their time.
The voices.
Bring back smoking in pubs and that. Bring back smoking in cafes and that. Bring it back, bro. That's what I'm preaching.
Hearing things that are quite derogatory.
I want to be able to smoke in public places, in confined places, on the buzz.
Attempting to deal with that. There are those that will be drifting in and out of reality.
Yeah,
It's
look at
very
them.
difficult to distinguish when they are in reality and when they're not. So there
All different individuals and that. You're just chilling there trying to have your yogurt. I'm having my yogurt. And you're looking around, you're seeing a geezer fucking deep throating a fucking cigarette. And then the next geezer over there looking at that. From the toppest corners of his eyes. The most devious of looks. Fuck that! You can keep the fucking yogurt. I'm going home.
are those patients that just to get them through a day.
Look at him, he's deep throating that
is
smoke. He fucking... He's thinking about everything.
It's been a difficult morning.
Look, there's
for
Shirley.
Fitz. He's asked to be taken back to his
Shirley's shaking her ass over there. Stop it, girl, man.
room as he struggles to control the sudden onset of a sexual urge.
Ah. He just can't control sudden onset. He sees Shirley, he just goes, oh, fucking come here, Shirley.
Okay. What's happening?
What's happening, mate? Yeah? It's good stuff, that is. I've just been wanking all day. Is that what he said?
I was sitting talking to Tony and they smoking me pipe. All of a sudden I just got something a sexual urge, you know.
For what reason? Any idea? Any idea?
No.
It's so fucking weird. This geezer, bruv. Spark a jail on the 388. I'm advocating for that. Beatrix over there picking up on the fucking lip. Yeah, Bertie twerting. Yeah, they're sexually enticing the patients at Ashworth. So this is our analysis so far. But it's too late, man. This was in 1991. Back in the days of diversity. It's crazy. But, yeah, Shirley's got to stop enticing men like that. But this guy's so creepy, man. You see how he is? He's like... He's so deadly.
Any idea? Any idea?
No.
Who's it?
Coming in for a closer look.
Yes.
And what were you thinking about?
Fucking.
Kinky sex and that.
Thinking about kinky sex and that.
And what are your feelings now?
Sorry?
What are your feelings now?
I've been right after my medication.
We're not over sedating. Our
Right after his
approach
medication.
is to control the symptoms, to reduce their distress, and to kind of to maintain a level of functioning that is acceptable to them. the whole
Have you ever seen a movie called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Ashworth, ladies and gentlemen.
aspect of given.
I
of
feel
given
sorry for these
medication
people, man,
should be
really.
targeted at the symptoms, not given to make my job easier so I can sit and have a nice, easy day.
On another part of the ward, there's been an
Fucking
incident
hell, man.
involving a nurse and the ever-pugnacious Arthur. He's now been taken back to
Arthur.
his room.
Where's
As the
my
member of staff turned
Arthur?
back on him, he attempted to attack a member of staff. He's now been placed in seclusion. We did have extra medication.
His fucking ass is hanging out.
Didn't
Demonetised.
really prove in any way helpful to give him more medication.
His
we might
ass
have
is
seen
hanging out. See how fucking diverse they were in these days. They'll even film an ass.
Why did you try to do it? Yeah? What? Why? You don't know why.
What an
Probably
horrible
keep him in
gaff
there for a
this.
couple of
Well, what a
hours.
hellish
Doctors actually see him.
situation.
We're going to get him a sweet cup of tea, see if that'll give him any help. And what we'll do is we'll just let him have a little bit of period in there.
Why is she laughing? Why is she laughing, bruv? Do you see her? She's kind of like smirking and laughing, bruv.
Any help.
Look.
And
Look at
what
her.
we'll do is we'll just let him have
She's smirking and laughing. What are you doing? That's why there's an investigation here. What are you doing to the fucking patients?
a little bit of period in there on his own.
There was a smirk and laughter there. There was a smirk and laughter there. What's going on, my brother Marksman? I heard this movie title before. Bro, send me something in a voice note. Jesus Christ, that is one hellish way. Something like that. I'm close. I love how they call sedatives medicine. That's fucking ill, innit? It's evil. It's actually evil. Time for mystery.
People feel that there are outside agencies, which are invariably the likes of the CIA and the Communist Party, are plotting against them. There are others that firmly believe that we leave here and go to their, where the family are, and abuse the children, that we are having sexual relationships with their wife, and now that can really make them hostile towards us.
Oh man.
It's unlikely that many of the patients in Arnold
Tragic.
will ever be well enough to leave Ashworth. Most are going to need close supervision for the rest of their lives.
Bro, there's probably some of them still there now that we're seeing on this video.
On the other side of the campus in Lawrenceville, there's a sharp contrast in style.
Eggs.
Lawrence is a low
Saying stuff like eggs randomly in that.
dependency rehabilitation ward where the patients are allowed parole within the hospital grounds. This gives them a certain amount of
bit of
freedom
footy
to
in
come
that.
and go and to organise some of their own social activities.
Natta footy.
Most of the patients here are diagnosed as psychopaths.
You lose, you die. It's like one of them.
Some may be egocentric, callous or manipulative and may have difficulty
Look at
understanding
him.
other people's feelings.
Look at this
Others may
guy.
behave with little thought
This one's deadly.
for the consequences of their actions.
He's taking that medicine like it's a shot, or he's ordering a shot at a bar.
On the morning of the 23rd of December,
Vic Lawrence Ward.
19...
Oh, his name's Vic and he's in the Lawrence Ward. See how confusing that is? I thought Vic was his nickname and Lawrence Ward was his actual name. Fucking hell, man.
83.
Sort out the names of the wards, man. Don't call it a name of a man or a person, like the John Ward. Huh? Who's that? What bed is he in? No, this is the John Ward. So where's John? In the John Ward. Well, fucking where? What's his second name? I said he's in the John Ward. Alright, so John Ward then, yeah? Fucking this confusing as fuck. Call it one.
3.
The first ward, the second ward, you
I,
bitches. This is a place for nutters as well, so make it easy for him. I was in the John Ward with fucking Peter. But what ward was you in? Peter Ward or John? No, I was with John in the Peter Ward. But then, no, I was with Peter in the John Ward. Ah! It's not good stuff for fucking nutters.
Took a man's life.
See? They take a man's life. Pull up, Vic. Just for me ranting over it.
The consequences of their actions.
Poor bagger Vic.
On the morning of the 23rd of December,
Man's got fingers full of rings, sorry.
1983,
1983.
I took a man's life through no fault of mine, no fault of his. It was just something that happened.
Huh?
I was under a lot of pressure.
About what?
Months, money problems, woman problems. In other words, the women that I had on the street for me getting out of van.
Women that I had on the street. The guy's a pimp. Pimp problems. He's got pimp problems. Pimp problems. Money problems. My bitches ain't working right. Problems. Man, I feel sorry for the guy that got in the way of man like Vic on that fateful day. He must have backhanded him to death. I don't know what he done.
I was drinking too much. I let everything get completely out of hand.
Yeah.
I heard this particular chap was using this girl that I know to turn clients in her room. And I went round to talk to him about it.
Ah.
And he pulled a knife on me.
Ow. Ah, you've made a mistake now. Imagine he said he pulled a knife on me and I smiled. I was praying for this day. I then ate him.
And I went crazy. I went berserk.
Oh.
I just blew my top. I went completely balmy. I've never, ever done anything like it before. I had an out-of-the-body experience. I could see what I was doing, but I was powerless to stop it.
Oh.
And then it was,
Fucked.
you know, he didn't deserve to die.
Oh, he must have
especially not by my
brutally
hands.
murdered him.
And I killed him for something that might have warranted a smack on the nose.
They got me down as a primary psychopath.
Yeah, but it's the whole thing. Vic's having a bad day, got all these problems, bad years, bad bunch of years all piling up under a lot of pressure. I'm not excusing it, but bumps into this geezer he's been hearing this stuff in the background with the girls and that, so he goes to confront him. Geezer ends up whipping out a knife. Vic's choices and Vic's arc all led to that, and sadly, you know, the top was blown, red was seen, and that's it. And then that's it. Ashworth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in Ashworth, guys. Doing stuff like that. Fucking hell. Finding yourself there. I'm on sedatives, and it does fuck all health-wise. Yeah, brutal. Very mysterious. It's a pointless prescription. Because man can't sleep. Oh, is it for that? Is it for the sleep? Fucking hell. They should prescribe you, marijuana. I think that helps. I'm not sure though. I've never heard of it. I think so. Not a yeah, bro. That ward, the naming of the wards, they really got to sort it out. They've really got to sort it out. I took a man's life and it wasn't my fault or his. Yeah, demon. They got a name for that guy. It's called fucking Satan. The horned one, the dark one, Darth Vader. Fucking Satan. It goes round again. Devils and all of that. That's them. That's what they do. Out of body experience. Gear mixed up from the fucking the beer in the pub. Yeah, what was you up to? I had an out of body experience. It basically wasn't me. Is what I'm saying. It was me, but it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Vic's one of them. I was there, yeah. It's my fingerprints, yeah. That's me on the feces TV footage. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that is blood on me. Yeah, I do have blood on me. But you see, I had an out-of-body experience. You see, I had an out-of-body experience. It's in my mind. I told myself to do it. You see, I didn't do it. So therefore, the me that you're talking to now wasn't murderer. It's crazy, I know. So take me to the mental asylum. The guy is a genius. He's a genius. Got away with murder.
Which is the worst one you could possibly be.
I'm joking. Obviously, these are jokes.
Disruptive psychopaths, inadequate psychopaths, creative psychopaths. A primary one.
Creative psychopaths.
Rubs all that out. You don't have to continue with any of them. You're just the worst thing that can possibly.
Stuff like this needs to be occupying the mind, innit? Or they go kill people in it again. So it's good that they have crafts like this, honestly. They can get busy with that.
In my opinion, psychiatry is it's just a lot of gobbledygook, really. And
man like Pete?
They just live in a world of fantasy all the time.
Oh.
And the more fantasy you can stick on them, the madder you are, according to them.
Oh.
Are you saying that you have bluffed your way through psychiatrists?
Oh, I have, all the time, even from my crime. As soon as I realised on my crime, which I thought was a perfect crime, as soon as I realised there was a flaw in my defence, I went mad. Thinking, well, I'll get myself nutted off. And, which I did easily.
Look, they're just saying it. They're just saying it. We probably could get a can of car, but it's a ball leg. When I already smoke it, you get the special medicated one. The ones that the doctors have modified. They go, this one fixes bellyache, this one fixes headache, this one gives boner, this one take boner, this one make wet, stuff like that.
I made sure that whenever I saw my psychiatrist...
Fuck am I talking about, bruv?
I just made sure that I was completely stoned when I saw him.
Stoned and that. See? Stuff I knowing. Stuff I being known. He said, once my perfect crime wasn't a perfect crime, I became mad. I said, lock me up with the natters and give me meds. Absolute genius. That's what I'm saying. Bro, Ashworth is full of fucking geniuses. I think these people were geniuses.
When he swallowed it, he thought I was...
You got a man like Vic in there. Nah, it weren't me. I was playing third-person game, GTA. It wasn't me, basically. I'm the one holding the controller. I wasn't the one programmed. You got Vic, and you got this guy. I had the perfect plan. When I realised there was a flaw in my plan, I went mad. Literally. And I'm telling you now, them psychiatrists are shit. I've bluffed my way in. Murder for free. Go on, feed me.
The best thing since
They're all legends!
The best one that I ever told him was that when he asked me why did I do this, people, I thought, well, I just finished a book actually at the time called Papillon.
Papillon, yeah?
There was a bloke there, done a geezer with an iron.
Yeah.
And then when he went to court, he says he needed smoothing out. Well, that gave me the idea.
Man read the book. Man read the book, and in the book it said the guy killed the guy with an iron, and when he was in the fucking court, he said, geezer needed ironing out. He said, I'm gonna fucking use something like that.
Iron. And then when he went to court, he says he needed smoothing out. Well, that gave me the idea.
He needed smoothing out.
And he said to me, why did you hit this geezer with this hammer? I said, well, I thought it was a nail.
The MVP, the absolute MVP. This is the GOAT. Pete is the GOAT. I might put Pete here on my arm. What do you think, guys? Right here, Pete. Bro, Pete is the MVP. I hope he's still alive. Boys, maybe road trip to Ashworth. Just go visit Pete and that. Just go chat to him and that. Bro. He said, so why did you kill that guy with the hammer? He said, well, I thought it was a nail. Come on. And then he must have stuck with it, so he got into the nutter. No, I really thought it was a nail. No. I really thought it was a nail. I was trying to do my door. I thought it was a nail. Really? Human? I thought it was a nail.
And of course,
what a legend.
After that.
What were you charged with initially, Pete?
Hammering a man to death.
Charged with murder.
Ah, yeah.
But with having them over, I got that down to manslaughter with diminished responsibilities.
Having them over, I got it brought down, see, manslaughter. From murder to manslaughter. I had them over.
Many of the patients in Lawrence have been referred here from prison. The startling contrast between their crowded prison cells and the comparative freedom of life in Ashworth is often a considerable shock for the unsuspecting new arrival.
I was told that I was coming to a nut house and I was going to be there for a long time because I was a nutter. And appreciate that I didn't know.
And bro, just on a serious note, you know the word nutter? Is that been removed now? Is that like how retard was a little while ago? Now we can say retard, and like, some people still not say retard. Is retard still taboo? Like wanker. Now wank is still good, but I think nutter, because literally saying nutter, they said I'm a nutter. So what I've took from that is the judge went, boom, you're a nutter. You're going to the nut house.
Anything about these places?
Yeah, they did. That's what they called him.
Read in papers, heard on the radio.
He's having a good time.
So I had quite a sort of horrific sort of picture of what it might be.
Yeah.
And
come in, it was lovely.
Got there, like there were 6 screws there, and they took me out of the van and the belt, and they sort of like gave me to a woman, a nurse, and that done me head in because I wasn't expecting it. I thought, what's going on, you know? And I asked to go back to prison 3 times.
What was Broadmoor like?
Geezer asked to go back to prison. Brother, I can't believe there's a fanny on my stream. It's over. It's over. I can't put this one on YouTube. Fuck.
This place on this planet.
I'm still gonna. And I paused right on that point. Fuck.
Possibly be.
What sort of things did you do there?
Everything. Everything you could think of. Just being a complete disruptive arsehole.
Complete disruptive arsehole.
And did that include violence, Pete?
Violence, yeah. One occasion, yeah. It did include violence, yeah.
This reminds me of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's like that sort of place. Man said, "Fat Joe, go to hospital instead." Yeah, it sent me to the nut house. He's having a good time. He needed smoothing out. Basically the same car, I can't lie. Retard is still taboo, I think. Fucking retards. Nah, I've been hearing people say it online now openly. I've been saying it, bro. I say all the wrong ones, but anyway. All about use and in context, yeah. But they're all retards, really. Anyway, why is it she wearing a why is she wearing a tea cozy? Why is he wearing a tea cozy on his head? Yeah, that's weird. His ears are massive, isn't it? UEFA Champions League cannot blur yet. I don't know. I think so. On the because I don't do no edit. I just fucking cut them. I just cut them. But I think yeah, there is a blur feature, so I'll blur it out.
Somebody attacked me. Not really physically, but it would have come to a physical, and I done him with a sock full of batteries.
You done him with a sock full of batteries. He's proud of it as well. Look. He said, "See, sometimes you've got to be resourceful. A sock full of batteries, not the snooker ball. That's old school. They took away the fucking snooker table years ago. Batteries."
6 batteries in a sock, and just whacked him. I did have a razor at the same time, but that was only for my surgical work afterwards, in case he didn't go down with the batteries. I'd have done
fucking hell, finished him off.
Done a tracheotomy on him, you know.
I would have went and done a tracheotomy on him. Keys is the proper. Yeah, he is a nutter. He is a nutter. He is a nutter. Tea cozy on the head. I didn't even realise that. I thought it was like a West Ham the hat or something for some reason. I don't even fucking know.
They've got it right here, but then of course it's always getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Yeah, that's the only trouble. I mean, they give you everything here. Rather in Broadmoor, you have to earn it. Here, if you misbehave, then they start taking it away.
It isn't normal at all in here. If you think of life as a maze, and in here, it's like a maze within a maze. Sometimes when you approach things and you go where you think there's an opening, just closes in your face. It isn't normal. There's pressures in here. You wouldn't get outside at all. What I had to come to terms with, what I'd done, and how it happened and occurred, and the person
fuck down building.
I had no intention of it occurring, so I didn't really stop and think, well, oh, you've been nutted off, as they say in inverted commas. It's not a case. These places are fear for people in prison because they feel that coming here, people say, well, he's crazy, stay away from him.
Yeah, is it a Jewish thing,
madness
maybe?
Has that tag attached to it. Because you think of a dog in the street that
that's
has
a Raider
rabies
cap.
and think that's madness.
This is an old video, yeah, from 91.
Because of the way I was at, and it wasn't meant to happen. I hadn't pre-planned or premeditated anything. It just occurred.
This guy is so well spoken, brother.
That because of the state of mind I was in, I actually took someone's life, and I had no intention of doing so. Even after it occurred, I still couldn't believe it for a long time. It took me a while to come to
it must have destroyed him.
Because I never thought that I was quite capable of taking anybody's life. I'm not a violent person, and I couldn't envisage myself creating violence that would end up somebody dying from it. So.
Was it someone you knew very well?
Oh, I knew her quite well, yes.
Oh my God, her knew her quite well. Goddamn. Tragic.
Is here for you. Radio Ashworth is here for you.
No.
You're listening to me, Steve, on Radio Ashworth. I've been given a request off.
They got their own radio station. Ballers.
Marlon, who wants to hear that the lunatics are taking over the asylum. Well, of course, that's not allowed. So instead...
Ah, come on, man. Give them the song that they want, lunatics take over the asylum. Come on. Dickheads.
I've got one here from Nick, who wants to hear something else.
Compared to a prison, any prison, I think.
Man like Steve.
This is a 5-star hotel.
Mate, they're all geniuses.
You know, I mean...
It's like a bit of nutters, bit of geniuses, bit of sprinkle, sprinkle, whatever.
But in most prisons outside, as you well know, you don't get toilets inside your rooms and sinks and all that sort of thing. Like, I mean, you could see by my room.
That's a front room, mate.
There's no way you'd have a room like this in prison.
A fucking luxury keys. Look at him. What's that, a fridge?
Our aim is
to fridge there?
Strike the balance between security and therapy.
Brian Johnson.
So that the security is as unobtrusive as possible on the patient's daily lives, and that within
the audio's kind of low, though.
Is obviously a relatively artificial environment. They can live as normal a life as is possible. It costs between £700 and £800 a week to keep a patient here.
700 to 800 a week per patient. See, man, this is it. There we go, and that's where we find why they're always full and all of that. Big V9, I bet as well. I'm just still, I'm all the way up there, man. I'm gone, boys. That guy looks like Blade. Yeah, he was well spoken as well, and you can see he's actually destroyed about what he's done, and it still affects him even to fucking reminisce on it. Daggy's is a little bit fucked. Ruin Johnson.
I think the special security requirements of our service, both the physical requirements and the numbers of staff we need to involve, inevitably will increase the costs. We're not talking about prisoners in a prison system. We're talking about people who require help and treatment in a hospital.
Let me tell you something, all right? I watched a programme not long ago, a couple of weeks ago, on the people who live down in London, the down and outs. Cardboard City, I believe they call it.
Cardboard City, the down and outs down in London. Who?
All right? And I'll tell you now, and I'll tell the camera, all right? I would swap all this, all of it, all right? And I'd walk out that gate naked, all right? And live in a cardboard down in London. At least I'd have my freedom. At least I'd have my independence. At least I would have the right to choose my own destiny.
To what? Go out and kill? Shut up, Stephen. Get in there, you nutter.
The recent change in Ashworth's
Shush, Stephen. Get that earring out of your ear, you cunt.
management has meant a different approach to the treatment.
Fucking Shirley turns up. Twerking. You know, involuntarily twerking.
Of the patients. Nonetheless,
accidentally.
ghosts from the past continued
accidentally aroused him.
to haunt the hospital, and a committee of inquiry under Louis Blom Cooper QC will spend the autumn investigating 4 specific allegations of illegal treatment of patients, including the death of one. Over the last 10 years...
Huh? Hold on.
Inquiry under Louis Blom Cooper QC will spend the autumn investigating 4 specific allegations of illegal treatment of patients, including the death of one.
So one patient died. They're having a little investigation happening here in Ashworth. But as I said, it's still open now, so I wonder what did happen with it. Like this particular... Who killed the patient? Did you kill the patient, you fuckers? And that sinister bit at the beginning where we saw that woman sort of laughing at the patient. How sinister that is. When they're locked in their cages, do the women show them their fannies and that, tormenting them? Don't do that.
Over the last 10 years,
shouldn't do stuff
there have been
like
many
that.
complaints by patients of improper care, and according to some patients in Lawrence...
Show him your fanny, Shell. Start showing him your fanny. Guys like a rabid dog.
There's a certain amount of truth in them.
There is.
Yeah.
Not as far
It's
as
crazy,
I'm
bruv.
concerned. I mean, I've never had any of that treatment.
West Ham over here,
I've been
fucking West Ham
get some
teapot.
Side staff, you know, say, oh, we'll fit you up, or we'll stitch you up, and you've just got to be sort of one step ahead of them, you know.
You don't get any...
Yeah, this in his mind, Pete is like a fucking mastermind. He's like, I know the screws first. I'm 16 steps ahead. But just in case, I'll watch a movie so I can get a quote from it, just in case they catch me. I got backups for backups. You want a tea?
I spent 2.5 years in Moss Side.
And then it goes like that.
And I can compare.
Don't know why.
I got a lot of physical stuff from them over there. A lot of brutality.
I need to get
a lot
more
of black
water.
aspirin. A lot of boot therapy. You know, black aspirin. It's where the black aspirin refers to the when they get you in a seclusion room. About 8 or 10 of them, and I mean 8 or 10 of them.
Oh shit!
Get you in a seclusion room, and they'll kick the living daylights out of you.
He's telling you what they're doing in there. They take a seclusion and rape me. I mean, they take you to the seclusion room. Where did that come from? They take you to the seclusion room, beat the shit out of him, and rape him, and beat him up.
Honestly, and the reason it's called black aspirin is because
they put black stuff in your ass, and you go pain.
Nurses over in Moss Side, and here as well, because they get them issued, all right, will wear Doc Martens, all right, a pair of Doc Martens. They're always black, as you know, and that's it. That's the black aspirin.
Clearly, we're a close...
Oh, Doc Martin, that. Let's beat us up a nutter today, boys. You had your toast there, Stephen. Yeah? We're gonna fuck you up, boy. Shirley. And then you just hear fucking footsteps. Dum, 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 dum. You look down the fucking corridor, there's fucking 10 screws coming. Dun, 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 dun. Very happy, smiling and shit. Imagine that, and you're a nutter, and they're calling you the nutter. You're sitting there like that. They're gonna beat the shit out of me again and rape me. I mean, beat the shit out of me, man.
Community. We're
Again.
conscious of the effect of.
That's quite dark, actually. Jokes aside.
Relationships.
Fucked.
And the tensions that creates, and that's why we do as much as we can to relieve those tensions by offering patients a range of activity. But there will be times when relationships break down. It's inevitable. I'm sure of that. As far
So
as
how did the mate, shush. How did the person die?
Able to say positively that there are occasions when the relationships have been less than professional. As far as being able to prove that is concerned, then that's a very difficult matter.
We read lurid stories in the paper.
Leroy Jenkins. Iconic stuff.
About people who've been released from here and others
Brings a tear to my eye.
Reoffended. Do you know how many of the people who are released?
Ruined the Star Wars sequels.
We're researching this right now. Early indications suggest that around 15 or 16% of our patients, those that we've studied so far, have reoffended. Obviously, the general public wouldn't find any instance of reoffending acceptable, nor do we. Can I say?
This guy's like this, man. That's what this guy's doing. Who killed him, Greg? What's whatever your name is?
A 16% reoffending rate, and I stress that's the picture so far, is clearly a higher rate than we would want. But that
he's waffling, mate.
level of
Jesus Christ.
Does compare favourably with other or with people who've been treated or contained in other secure institutions.
Perhaps the single greatest cause of tension in the wards is the patient's uncertainty about their own future.
I'm angry. I'm angry right now. You know what I mean? I'm always angry. You know, because
Always
I'm
angry.
stuck here. I'm stuck in the same room, stuck in the same board. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not going anywhere. You know what I mean? And there are times when I'm tempted, very tempted, to just say to these people, right, stick it all up your
Yeah,
Jackson,
fuck all
you
this.
know,
I'm gone.
and just
Yeah.
sit back and spend the rest of my life here.
Yeah, it's like it's fact. But you know, stuff like that happens when you murder people and all of that. See, that's why I shouldn't murder people. Even nutter or no nutter, you might not have control, all different sorts of scenarios, but try not to fucking kill people. You kill people, like, it ruins your life. You'll be fucked. You'll be fucked.
May feel that life's
That's what
passing them
happens,
by,
man.
yet they're doing day-to-day things. And you can never race against time anyway. You just take time as it comes. I've come to learn that you just have to be patient, that's all. Because if you force things anyway, you just get yourself bogged down and...
This guy seems
create
like a
more problems
baller, I
for
can't
yourself
lie.
unnecessarily. Because each day comes and you might be thinking, well, is it tomorrow, next week, whatever. You don't think about it in that
But
respect.
he's a baller.
Just get on
Look
and
at
do
that,
it.
whipped in beautifully.
It's very, very much a state of limbo in this place. Very much a state of limbo.
They don't give you an idea about what...
Imagine it. I can imagine it's like being in the waiting room forever. I've been waiting, guys, forever. Yeah, you might as well have lunch now. Yeah, you might as well sleep here now. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, every day doing that. Fucking. That is fucked.
They don't give you nothing. They give you
Fucked.
squat. You know, they give you nothing at all. You know what I mean? They keep you dangling on a piece of string, and that's how they like it. I'm serving a life sentence. They can keep me here for the rest of my life. if
Jesus
they want to.
Christ.
They're going to continue this rehabilitation program of mine a bit further, so that I can go out a bit more and eventually go down to London and check out some places down there that can take me.
Look, he's there. He's there doing what he told the camera earlier, twanging them. He's there doing them.
And then
giving them the words.
In a year's time,
spinning the yarn.
Not this tribunal, but the following tribunal, they'll probably conditionally discharge me, and I'll be out then. I mean, I would never ever kill anyone again. I don't deceive them now. I mean, they've got it all banked to rights now, you know.
and they're trying to get me out. But because of the hole I dug for myself in the first place, it's
You're
almost
fucked now.
impossible now, you know.
You're fucked, geez.
I regret that.
That's what happens when you fucking say the hammer a geezer to death and then say, why did you hammer him to death? Well, I thought it was a nail. This is the sort of stuff that happens, geez. Legendary line, but yeah, unfortunately.
Tremendously, you know.
Pete, are there a lot of
It's over
things
for
that
you,
you've done
Pete.
before that you regret now?
Oh yeah, I've done loads of things that I regret, yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
That would be my question. What sort of stuff is it, Pete? Care to tell me? I got a morbid sort of curiosity. I wonder gruesome details, Pete.
I regret ever coming into the psychiatric profession.
Now, another thing that I feel quite deeply.
This must have been like an amazing time for him, honestly, like with the camera and the whole camera crew being there. It must have been like, fucking, this is amazing. We're fucking boys. We're famous boys. Get all your good makeup on, boys. Look at ya. You got lipstick on there, fella. Lovely. You're looking fucking good there, Pete.
Is that I'm worried
It must have
being
gave him a
pushed out
spark
before
of
I'm ready
life.
to go.
Look at him, he's got a little
And
bop.
I
What a
want to be sure,
gangster.
because the way I see it,
I love
is
this
my
guy.
last
I like
chance
Vic.
to get my life in order. If I go out and if I mess up after that, after all this, then they're going to lock me up and throw the key away.
You come back in here.
He's got a chance, Vic. Man like Vic's got a chance.
Door is shut and the key is turned.
You ever watch Soviet Wumble?
From
No.
9 at night till 7 o'clock in the morning.
Never.
What goes through your mind?
I don't know. It don't sound familiar.
I don't know. Especially Saturday nights. You know, Friday nights, Saturday nights. You know what I mean? Because you know that's when everybody goes down and has a good time, like, you know.
He's yearning for that,
I
isn't
can
he?
feel myself getting used to being institutionalised. I can feel myself slowly sliding into it. I'm angry at it. I'm angry. And I'm bitter, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it.
Fucking hell. Terrible. Must be terrible, man.
Well, I want to go out, I do, yeah.
What a reality.
I want to go out and try and start my life up again. It's going to be hard for me, you know, but I've got certain plans. Whether I'll be able to put them into fruition, I don't know.
What a terrible sort of thing. 5 days after filming, Pete died overnight in his room. He had suffered from a heart attack. Oh, fuck. 5 days after filming, Pete died overnight in his room. He had suffered from a heart attack. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, that's... fucking hell. Jesus. In Arnold Ward, Vince is back in seclusion after an incident with a visitor. This guy, the sexual deviant one. Sort it out, Vince, man. Is there? Banana. Fucking hell. Right, there's more. In Lawrence Ward, man like Vic, Steve, and Marlon wait to see what the future holds. Come on, I'm hoping for you, Vic. And the other homies. But I quite like Vic, man. I liked Pete. This is devastating, really. And this happened back in 1991. He died years ago, but I just found out and I just got to know him 5 minutes before. Fuck. In Lawrence Ward, Vic. Oh, wait, I'm reading the same thing. Oh, they're going to show us different pictures. Sorry. Man like Marlon. Yeah, man. Oh, that was something. Honestly, I like that. That was great. I can't lie. I don't know if the channel has more stuff. Well, look at that. It does. I'm gonna subscribe to it and watch another old one another day. But shout out Mr. Woods, man. He does inbox me some absolute fucking gems. Some of them I forget about, and when I go back and check, I'm like, damn, I gotta watch that on stream. And this is definitely one of them. Great video, man. I like that. Keep commenting, you can. But yeah, it'll be in the description when the time comes. If you like it, fucking, you know what to do, bruv. You know what to do.